In this video, I'm going to go over the bolt circle and how to do the sketch and the drawing for it. You can see that it has a diameter of 4 inches. There's a 0.875 hole, or 7/8 inch in diameter hole in the middle, and then there are these 6 holes equally distributed around a circle that has a diameter of 3 inches. So going to Inventor, we're going to go File, New. Here we're going to create a standard inventor part, or standard.ipt, and then hit create. From here, I'm going to create a new two-dimensional sketch. When I click up here, not the drop down, I'm clicking up top, it brings up the coordinate system here, and we have 3 planes to choose from. It doesn't matter which plane you choose. However, I typically choose the XY plane to start my sketch. And clicking this, we can now see that this is the x-axis. Looking down here, you can see in red this is the x-axis, and then we have the y-axis here. Up top, we have these choices for sketches. The screen jumped from the 3D model to the sketch tab when we hit the sketch button and click the plane. And we're going to choose the center point circle here. Notice that each of these have a drop down, and there are multiple choices to choose from on the drop down. And so what shows up top is the most recent one that you've selected from the drop down. So we can select center point circle, and then to create the circle, we basically click in the middle. We're going to have the origin be at the we're going to have the center of the circle be at the origin here of the coordinate system, and it snaps into place. And so I'm going to click once, and then to end the circle we can click again. If I just do that without typing in anything, it does not dimension the circle. To dimension it after you've placed it, click the dimension button, click here on the perimeter, and then you can click again, and it allows you to type in the diameter. So I'm going to just hit 4 and enter. Here it disappeared because we're zoomed in so far and too far, so I can scroll out until I can see the circle again. If you want to move it around on the screen, an easy way to do that is this hand, which allows us to pan, and we can get the how far zoomed in we would like. To get out of the zoom mode, we can hit escape, or the pan mode, we can hit escape, and it will bring the cursor back. So now that we have the 4-inch diameter circle, I'm just going to quickly place the 7/8 or 0.875 diameter circle. Now, instead of dimensioning after you place the circle, you can dimension while it's being placed. Notice that the numbers there are highlighted. It is ready to take a number. So if I just type in 0.875, it allows that, and then I can just hit enter. And so that's a quicker way to dimension. Basically, we're dimensioning while we're placing the part. Now, there's a couple of ways to do the holes around the middle. One way is to create a single circle, and I'm going to do that snapped into the y-axis here, and make that 0.375 inches in diameter. Then I need to dimension the center of this circle to the center of the origin here at 1.5 inches, because it's a 3-inch diameter, which means that the radius is 1.5. And so I can hit dimension, click up here, click here at the origin, click again, and then I can go 1.5, enter. Now that that is placed, I can get a pattern by clicking circular. Under geometry, I can click the circle itself, and then under the axis, if I click this, I can choose any circle that has a center at the origin. So I can click this circle here, or I can click the origin. It does not matter because they all share the same central axis. And then I can click, and it basically gives me, in this case, 6 instances around 360 degrees. You can change that very easily if you need a different number, and you could change how many degrees those are spread about, and you can actually change the direction at which they're placed. But we just want the default, which is 6 at 360 degrees. Once that is done, we can hit OK, and we have basically what was drawn on the assignment. Now I'm going to save the piece and go File, Save As, and